Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So Microsoft Edge has finally been updated to version 144, and the update rolled out late on Friday in my part of the world. So to check we have this latest release, we head to our main menu, help and feedback about Microsoft Edge. Latest version in bold 144.0.3719.82. Now there's quite a bit going on in version 144. And first of all, just to focus on the security fixes that have rolled out. First of all, we get the 10 security fixes for the open source Chromium project, which the browser is based on. That's rolled out. That would have been part of last week's security patches. And out of the 10 vulnerabilities that have been patched, we have 3 high severities listed as out of bounds memory access in V8. And number 2 and number 3 are inappropriate implementation in the V8 JavaScript engine. And then we've got a couple of mediums and lows, and thankfully there are no critical or any 0 days that need to be patched. So 10 security fixes have rolled out for the Chromium project. And then we also get one Edge-specific security patch for the browser, which is a security feature bypass vulnerability that's been patched. So in total, we have 11 security fixes, 10 for the Chromium project, 1 for Edge itself. Now, focusing on what's new. First of all, we have an announcement where Microsoft says there's a new WebGL software backend, with Microsoft saying that Microsoft Edge on Windows systems without a physical GPU now uses the Windows Advanced Rasterization platform, rasterizer for WebGL workloads. Prior versions use Swift Shader, which is no longer a supported component. This scenario, Microsoft says, is most commonly associated with headless environments and virtual machines. On non-Windows platforms, a physical GPU is required for WebGL moving forward. This change is currently enabled by default, starting in Microsoft Edge stable version 144. So just take note of that. And then Microsoft says it's also improved the reliability of the browser, where it's fixed a browser crash that occurred when attempting to upload a file from a local folder. So that's important. Any crash fix, in my personal opinion, is an important fix. Now, there are a couple of feature updates. Some are for Edge for Business and some are for the so-called normal version of Edge for home users. So I'm just going to go through what I think most viewers of this channel would be interested in regards to new features. Now, first of all, we get performance, settings, update, and feature name changes. So if we head into our settings once again, and we head to System and Performance, click on Performance. This has received a bit of a UI change, and I've posted on this when it was still very much in preview and has now made it to the stable. Where previously this page was looking very cluttered, and Microsoft now has trimmed things down, which I am very much in favor of. And we've got a nice compartmentalized minimal user interface for the performance section, because this was getting quite cluttered and quite busy. And something else to take note is that Microsoft says that efficiency mode now is changed to energy saver. So just take note of that. And efficiency mode for PC gaming has now been renamed to PC Gaming Boost, to better describe the feature benefits according to Microsoft. So very happy to see that this new look and feel has made it now into the stable version, and I'm very much in favor of this new layout. And here's one I'm very happy to see. Users can now manage the Copilot icon in the toolbar, where if you right click now, you can actually hide the Copilot icon. And it makes me think, why did that take so long to roll out? It should be a basic feature from the get-go, but better late than never. So you can actually hide the Copilot button. And what it'll do now when you click on Hide Copilot is it'll take you directly into the settings, as you can see. And you can toggle it off in the settings. And if you want to toggle it back on, you just reverse the process. So it's not actually hiding it directly from the prompt. It takes you into settings, which is a little bit unfortunate, but nonetheless, once again, there we go. And that takes you to Edge Settings, Copilot, and Sidebar Copilot. And if you toggle that off, just to show you a quick way how you can re-enable it, is you would just head to your sidebar as an example. That takes you to the appearance page, or you can just head to appearance in the settings, and here you'll see Copilot, and you can toggle it back on. So better late than never, and that's a nice move in the right direction. The next one I'm just going to mention, Microsoft says there is now improved autofill in Microsoft Edge. So when you fill in an address on a form, you will now be prompted to choose whether to save it for future autofill suggestions. This enhancement, Microsoft says, ensures autofill data is saved intentionally by users and reduces unwanted entries as part of their autofill suggestion. So if you are using autofill, that is a nice move in the right direction. And here's an interesting change that's rolled out. We now have desktop visual search. So you can now send images to Bing Visual Search from the Edge desktop search bar to identify images. So as you may well know, if we head into our main menu, more tools, and we click on launch search bar, we get this little widget as I have posted on in years gone by. And now you've got visual search with Bing. So you can now send images to Bing Visual Search from the desktop. So if this is a feature you are using, that may be a nice move in the right direction. Just take note, though, that that feature is on a controlled feature rollout. So if you don't see this feature, Microsoft says check back as it continues the rollout. So those are the official new features and changes and improvements that have rolled out in Edge version 144. But something else I did notice that wasn't in the change log is if we activate and head over to AI Innovations and activate and turn on Copilot mode, I have noticed now that we have the suggestions, which I posted on when it was in preview. So if we head to the Copilot mode settings, you can see Copilot suggestions. And if you don't like these suggestions, you can just toggle that off. And I think that's exactly how I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to leave that off. So that is also something I'm almost positive has rolled out with version 144 Copilot suggestions. But the good news is you can always turn that off if you so wish. So guys, that's more or less what's new in this latest release, Edge 144, which was made available late Friday in my part of the world. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.